certificate presentation today. My name is Sam Walker, and joining me is my colleague Kim Greenholm, and we are both education and outreach advisors. Joining us for the presentation today is Joe Verasso, who is our professor and program coordinator of our Digital Health Graduate Certificate program. So I'll turn it over to Joe to get us started.
Thanks, Sam, and welcome everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Next, please. Sam, next slide. Thank you. So what are we here for? So these slides are prepared with new applicants in mind. So one of the first questions that you might be wondering is, what's going on at Mohawk? What's all the excitement about? And the big news here is actually we're launching 2 new programs in September related to digital health. So there were some big announcements that came out late last year about the 2 programs. So one of them is the postgraduate certificate program that we're going to be focusing on today. And there's also a degree program in digital health, but we'll be focusing on the postgraduate certificate today. So again, the program is launching this coming fall. So why are we doing this? It's an obvious question. So we're doing this because digital health is a rapidly growing field. And we're seeing that it's extremely important in terms of modern delivery of healthcare services. From Mohawk's perspective, we have a lot of expertise in digital health, primarily through our research center known as MEDIC. So MEDIC has been involved in digital health for quite a while, and we'll get more into what MEDIC has been doing recently. Also, Mohawk has proven strengths in healthcare and technology, and we feel that this program brings both of those strengths together in an original and very helpful way. Also, we have excellent labs at Mohawk College, so this program will allow us to make better use of and benefit from those labs. So in a nutshell, we're trying to establish, we're trying to leverage and build our competencies in digital health. Next. And then COVID happened, and then the why for the program suddenly became an even stronger case. So as I think many of us are aware, COVID-19 has led to an explosion in digital health adoption. So whereas a lot of institutions were somewhat reluctant to offer digital health options, now there's a necessity to do so. And so there's been a number of recent articles about this transformation in healthcare that has been necessitated by the COVID-19 crisis. And on the right side here, you see just one article from the New England Journal of Medicine that speaks to that. So clearly, healthcare transformation is taking place out of necessity. And there's much greater awareness about the importance of this field. And with that, there's obviously increased opportunities for students and graduates who have the knowledge and skills in this area. So we think with COVID-19, the incentive for digital health adoption is now much greater, which I think puts our program in a better position going forward. Next. One of the next obvious questions is, how are we doing this? So how is the program constructed? What will students actually be studying if they sign on to the program? So this program is highly interdisciplinary. And one of the ways that we try to explain the curriculum to people is through a stool analogy. So you can see the stool on the right hand of the side, and basically this program brings together the 3 legs of the stool, which are technology, healthcare, and business. And then the seat of the stool is the applied research, the applied learning. So this is, of course, one of Mohawk's strengths. So everything that we try to do, we try to make sure that we're doing it in an applied, hands-on way, so that students can benefit from the experience and from the opportunities to use our lab. So the seat of the school, the applied learning, basically brings all the legs together. Now, specifically, what does the first year of the curriculum look like? And there is only 1 year. There is only 2 semesters in this program. So this is, in effect, the entirety of the program for the postgraduate certificate. So if we look at the first semester, we have some introductory courses in physiology, pathology, and medical terminology. Another one related to privacy administration, digital health fundamentals, telehealth, project management. And then we start with our 2-semester capstone applied research project proposal, which is a really important course in this program because it's going to give students the opportunity to work on a 2-semester real world industry project with one of our partners in digital health. So we're really excited about that. Now, I should note that when you look at the first semester, some of those courses, we know that this is a postgraduate certificate, and some of you are coming in with a background perhaps in health or business. So there may be an opportunity to be exempted from 1 or 2 of these courses, depending on what your background is that you're bringing into the program. When we get into semester 2 of the program, then we're dealing with, I guess, more practical applications of digital health. So obviously one thing that's paramount is patient safety and risk management. But we also look at digital health devices, things like wearables and other devices that are used in a medical setting. Then we have digital health architecture standards and interoperability, which is really important in the space that, you know, different systems be able to communicate effectively with one another. At Mohawk, recently we hosted the Fire North conference, and that basically that conference speaks to the FHIR protocol, which is used for communicating between a lot of medical systems. Then we have data analytics and reporting for healthcare. Obviously, analytics is a rapidly growing field, and this is of paramount importance in healthcare. Then we have our change management and process modeling. Of course, as we make the move to digital health, there's a need to bring about changes and to look at existing processes and to refine those processes to improve them. And lastly, we have the capstone applied research project course, which is the follow-up course to the first semester course, where you'll be building some sort of a system for a medical type application. So that is the program architecture in a nutshell. Again, it's only a 2-semester program, so you're seeing all of the courses in the program on this slide. Okay, another question might be, well, who's behind this program? And, you know, we have a stellar roster of faculty from Mohawk College, and again, interdisciplinary faculty, because the program itself is interdisciplinary in nature. So we have expert faculty from computer science, health, and business, and we're looking forward to all of their contributions to this program. We're also going to have input from Mohawk's Medic Research Center. So they have a lot of expertise in digital health, and we're going to leverage that expertise and leverage some of their facilities and infrastructure to ensure the best experience for our students. We have a number of industry partners in healthcare. A number of those partners sit on our professional advisory committee. So we'll be, they're contributing to the programs as well. And of course, the most important element is the engaged students from around the world. So we're really looking forward to all of your contributions to the program because we're excited about all the different skills and abilities that you'll bring to the program and that you'll be able to represent our program well. And we also think it'll be an engaging environment for students to study with because there will be likely students from all around the world. There are some other contributors to the program, and I alluded to MEDIC, which stands for mHealth and eHealth Development and Innovation Center. So it was established in 2009, so it's been around now for about 12 years. And MEDIC partners with government, public health, and other groups to develop healthcare IT solutions. Now, MEDIC is Canada's one and only digital health technology access center. So basically Canada has approximately 30 odd TACs, as they call them, that are normally hosted by different colleges. And these TACs are in different areas of expertise. But given Mohawk's expertise in digital health, we have been awarded with the Digital Health Technology Access Center for Canada. So that sort of confirms our standing in the space of digital health. Admission requirements. So the program is somewhat open. Actually, it's quite open to students that bring a different background. So we're looking for students with an advanced diploma or degree. But it can be from a variety of different fields, from health, business, computer science, or a related field. We also say we'll look at other applicants, and if you have a strong interest in the digital health space or perhaps some professional experience in the digital health space, we would also consider applicants that bring that industry background as well. Okay, one of the natural questions that students often ask is, well, where are the opportunities in digital health? What does the market actually look like? What are the prospects for me upon graduation? So this graphic, I think, summarizes that quite well. So it's from Global Market Insights, and it's a very recent publication that they released in June of last year, summarizing the growth in the digital health market. And you can see at the top of the graphic that it says that in 2019, the digital health market was approximately $106 billion market. So that's a pretty big market. However, by 2026, they anticipate the market will be almost $640 billion. So that's approximately a six-fold increase over a 7-year period, which is extremely impressive. So when you work that out, that works out to about a 28.5% compound annual growth rate. So clearly this market is rapidly growing, and it's growing all over the world. So this is not a North American phenomena, it's growing everywhere. And this graphic, when you look a little further down the graphic, it's showing different measures of growth. You can see that the app segment is growing particularly fast, as is the telehealth care segment, which I think many of us have experienced recently with our medical professionals. We can see the size of the hardware segment and the health analytics segment, which are also large markets and growing rapidly. Next. Okay, in terms of specific job opportunities, this is somewhat difficult for us in the sense that we don't have any graduates from the program at the moment. So we can't really speak historically and say in the past our graduates have worked for these companies in these specific roles. But given what we know about the field of digital health and our program, this is where we believe the majority of the opportunities will lie. So we've got career options in terms of different positions that you may end up working in. And those, some of the foremost ones would be a clinical systems analyst, information systems analyst, health systems specialist, project manager, and health IT consultant. So these are a few of what we think will be common roles for our graduates upon completing the program. Similarly, when we look at employers, we look to the typical employers in this space. So, and those are hospitals, the provincial government, and public health research institutions. There are a number of them across Canada. And we have medical clinics as well. And then also academic and education, so that we would anticipate there may be some opportunities for graduates in that area as well. Okay, so this was sort of a brief presentation, so it's probably typical that many students, many potential students might have more questions to ask. So we have a number of people standing by ready to answer your questions. The one thing I should have mentioned is that there is a lot of enthusiasm and support for this program throughout the college. So you can be sure that if you raise a question, it'll get answered promptly. We'll get you a good answer to any questions that you might have. But on this slide, you can see that there's links to the program and faculty, to our medic page, and to our international office. And if you go to the program page, you would see my contact information. You're more than welcome to reach out directly to me for academic related issues, and I'd be glad to help you with any questions that you might have. Questions? So are there any questions from the group about this exciting new program at Mohawk? You see there's something in the chat window. Okay. So Kim has added, is it open for international students? Absolutely. And so you notice in the previous slide, we had a link to our international office. Yeah, so we're anticipating strong interest. I've heard from our international team. We've been working closely with them, and they've told us there's strong interest for the program internationally. So we're looking forward to welcoming some international students.
We'll also link information on how to get in contact with our international department and get in contact with an international recruiter in the chat. So if you want to copy that information, that's a great way to get started in connecting with one of our international recruiters. So I also just want to mention that for any current students that are attending the session today, by attending this session, you will get credit on your co-curricular record for this. In order to receive credit for attending this session, you will need to complete the verification attendance form. I'll have Kim link that in the chat as well. So in order to receive credit on your CCR record, please fill out that form.
Great. Are there any other questions from the group?
Well, thank you so much, Joe, for all the great information that you shared with us today. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Again, if you do have questions, please feel free to reach out to us at discover@mohawkcollege.ca. Or if you are an international student, please connect directly with our international department at intered@mohawkcollege.ca. Once again, thanks so much for attending our session today and have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.